Okay, so I'm sitting here freezing my butt off in another one of these weird Texas artic freezes. It's at 9 o'clock in the morning and it's 30 degrees. It's supposed to be 62 this afternoon. So I'm sitting here thinking about what jewelry do I want to make. And yesterday I made up a bunch of earrings and thinking about making some bracelets. I love making earrings though. They're so much fun. And I got more earrings than I got bracelets. Maybe I should make some bracelets. I got me, yeah, I spilled some of it when I was coming in here. I got me some coffee. It has been so cold the last couple of days, the last week, that we have the only room besides the bathroom that has a door is my daughter's room. And my daughter lives in another city and she's grown. So we kind of took over my daughter's room the last week trying to stay warm because we closed the door and we got our little heater and we've been surviving the cold, staying nice and warm and toasty. And the bed is real small. It's kind of messed up right now. See, Biscuits has been having a field day. I usually kept the bed just, she took her blankets and stuff. So I just threw a blanket up there. And it still got some of her stuff here. And I just tried to leave it the way she left it so that, you know, she wants to come home, she wants to stay, she can do what she wants with it. And that's the door. So we are bugged in, bugging in my daughter's room so that we can stay warm. We are being survivalists. We are surviving. I'm not making fun of anybody. Survivalists work hard to prepare for their future. We have nice warm sunlight coming in through. Oh, I want to show you the curtains. See the curtains? Those are her toddler blankets. See, I still got some of her clothes there. Those are her toddler blankets. And many years ago, I cut and sewed them and made curtains out of them. And she loves them. And she left them here. She's like, Mom, you need to get some more and make some more of those because they're really cute. I've been looking for the snowman ones so I can make some more so I can put around the house. But those are really cute. There's people coming on here. Hello to everybody. I am in West Texas. That's where I'm from. Daddy Finley got the milk. Well, if you got some milk, can you loan me some for my coffee? So I got Biscuits over there, and I'm not even going to bother with the blanket because he's just romping around. So that's my little tour. We are bugging in to this room, trying to stay warm. It's just cold in the rest of the house, real bad cold. I'm not used to it. Took me 15 years. Oh, okay. So we've been staying in here And it's been warm and toasty. Kind of getting cabin fever being cooped up, but it's supposed to be warm this afternoon. It's supposed to be like 62 degrees. And then go outside for a little bit. Haven't really been outside because it's been so cold and the wind chill's making it 5 degrees, 10 degrees. So I've just been hunkering down here in the house making jewelry. Can you shout me out? Tiggs. You say it, Tiggs. Shout out to Tiggs. Aw. Thank you, John Wayne. So, this is my second live. This is my second live video. I'm still learning how to do this. And, aw, thank you. I work really hard on my channel. I just try to put things that I think that people would like, that, you know, if it makes me laugh, maybe it makes somebody else laugh. And I just try to be a normal person. You know, we're so flooded these days with everybody, and they're so done up, and they're so like Barbie dolls. I just try to be a regular person, a regular me. So I'm just sitting here warming up, and the train is coming. I don't know if you can hear the train or not. Yeah, it's real crazy with the trains and everything that's been going on. I kind of get nervous because I'm like, oh, what if our train... Actually, a few years ago, our train did have a problem, and nobody could get to work and nobody could get to school. Aw, thank you. My my youngest picked that out. That was that was her color at the time, and we tried to be real fun. You know, we tried to, oh, this year, like usually on New Year's Day, we'd be like, okay, what's going to be our color this year? And, you know, we're not rich or nothing, but we're like, oh, let it be blue. So we would wear like blue shirts and blue jeans, and we get blue ponies, and just, you know, try to be something blue throughout the week and for a whole year. You know, we kind of have a little contest with each other to be like, oh, who could be blue the most? Or we would pick yellow, or we just pick us a color and we just kind of go with it. And, you know, we just try to be fun like that. And my oldest daughter, one year, she goes, Mom, I picked the rainbow. And I'm like, okay, who can be the most rainbowiest? Aw, thank you. I I did the best that I could do, which is all anybody can do. I tried to treat I tried to treat them the way I wanted to be treated. And I watched a lot of moms when I was growing up, and my mom and my mother-in-law, and I just watched everybody and just picked up, hey, that's a great idea. I'm going to do that. Nope, I'm not going to be doing that one. And, you know, you just kind of figure it out of what kind of mom you want to be, and what kind of person you want to be, and just go do it. I By the time I was 23, I had my oldest daughter when I was 21, and we were married. And so I had figured out by the time I was 23, being a mom is how you want to be. Everybody's like, oh, you got to be this way. Oh, you got to be that way. Be what makes you happy. Aw, thanks, Tiggs. You have a great day. But you just do what makes you happy and what's good for the kids. You know, if you want to go hang out at the park on Saturdays and make that a family thing, do it. Don't be like, oh, you're spoiling them. You know, do what works so you can have a happy life with your kids. You know, don't be a cookie cutter. I try not to be a cookie cutter mom. You know, I always try to give them choices. Yeah, I was the mom that would sit there and say, do you want this for dinner or do you want that for dinner? I always gave them a choice. So they would be happy. They would go to bed with full tummy, no rigmarole, no hassles. And there you go. They got good food in their belly, and I win, and they win, and, you know, it's not that big of a deal for me. So this is my second live video, and I'm trying to learn how to do it, and I'm trying to get used to just talking to the camera. Kind of feels like I'm talking to myself. But I'm looking forward to it being 60-something degrees this afternoon and going outside and enjoying it. And I'm a cancer survivor. Cold weather really gets to me and really bothers me. Once I get cold, it's hard to get warm again. So anything below 55 degrees and I'm just a big old baby. I want blankets. I want hot coffee, hot cocoa. I don't want to go outside. No, don't make me do it. I don't want to go. It's like my husband, he wants to go somewhere. Right now the truck is broke down, so we have to walk. And I'd be like, do I want him to walk in the cold by himself or do I walk with him? And I'm like, I'll walk with him. You know, if it's not too far, I can make it. But I can't make it like miles and miles. I can make it to the little grocery store a couple of blocks. I can make it to the gas station that's 8 blocks from the house. I can make it there and back. Can't make it across town. So I've been having fun with this live video this morning. I really wasn't expecting to have people show up and watch. Trying to get used to this talking to people, but I'm not like sitting across from them looking at them. That's different. My husband's, he's in the other room. He probably thinks I'm talking to myself because I didn't even tell him I was going to do a live video. He probably thinks, oh, she's in there talking to herself. She's been cooped up too much. She needs out. She needs sunlight. Oh, I need sunlight. I'm wilting. So, yeah, the sun actually does feel warm today. It's coming in through the window, and it's like on my legs, and it feels so good. Yeah, so, wonder if I put it like that. That'd be better. So, yeah, I'm all bundled up. I'm snuggled into this room. I got the heater on full blast, and I'm bundled up. I don't like being cold. I don't know how some of these people are surviving in these colder states. Where I looked at the weather map and it's negative 15 degrees, and I'm like, God dang, how are they gonna survive? How are they gonna live in that? You know, I don't even want to go out and check the mail, and it's 22 degrees. Yeah, it makes me wonder. I'm like at the halfway point of my life, and I'm like thinking, well, you know, when I was 19, I could take the weather a lot better than I can now. So I'm thinking, yeah, life changes as you go. You just gotta adjust to it. You gotta accept it, and you gotta find ways to be happy with where you're at the moment. Try to be happy. Try to be. I like to joke and tease around and prank my husband. Maybe one of these days I'll film me pranking my husband. I get him pretty good sometimes. So that's pretty cool. I can get him like that. We used to do that a lot when we were newlyweds. When we was 19, yeah, I was 19 and he was 20, and we just pull all sorts of pranks on each other. You know, not harmful pranks, not mean pranks, but we'd have a lot of fun like that. So I'm waiting for it to get warmer. So this afternoon I'm gonna go outside and see what I can get done out there, cause I haven't messed with the yard in a whole week. It's been like so cold. I'm like, I live in a desert. I live in a desert. It's supposed to be warm. It's supposed to be hot. And we're freezing our butts off over here. But I'm grateful that I'm not getting no negative 15. One year, I was working and I had to drive out of town. It was like in 2007. And it got down to negative 6 degrees. And I'm headed to work. And it's like 3:30 in the afternoon. And it's negative 6 degrees. And I'm thinking it's only going to... Yeah, it got down to... let me think. I think we hit negative 10 that night. I came home and busted water pipes. That was not fun. So I learned I run my water. Whether I put heat tape, whether, you have all this stuff that you can put there and plug in and keep your pipes warm inside your house. I still run that water. Running water doesn't freeze. But man, that was terrible that year. I come home and just, and it wasn't like water running everywhere. When I opened up the door, it was like an ice skating rink. The pipes had broke. It had gotten warmer, and when I had gotten home from work, there was water. The water had gotten warm and went everywhere, and then it froze again. Cause I was working there at that one place, and I got off and I went to work at the other job. And then by the time I made it home, I said, "God dang!" I was like pulling 8 hours there and 8 hours at the other one. And you know what? That water had warmed up. The pipe had broken in the cold. The water had went everywhere, and then it froze again. And when I opened up the door, there was just ice all in the kitchen. It was the kitchen sink that busted, and there was just water. It just looked like a skating rink. And I just stood there, and I just started laughing. And I'm like, I don't know whether to laugh or cry, but I have never seen a kitchen that had this much ice all across the floor. And I'm like, well, I had to go to the bathroom. You gotta go through the kitchen, get to the bathroom. So I'm like, I'm just gonna skate across my little ice rink here and go over to the bathroom. Man, that was something else. Yeah, you never know. It's like last winter, I woke up and it was so cold last winter too. I went in there to use the bathroom and there was just water everywhere. And I'm like, where'd all this water come from? And I'm like, oh, because I wrote running the water in the bathtub. And I'm like, well, maybe the stopper had slipped over and covered it up. And I'm like, well, the bathtub filled up and is overflowing. No, it wasn't the bathtub. It was the pipe that supplies the toilet. That pipe busted. There was water everywhere. It was terrible. Yeah, we shut the water off to the house at the emergency shut off. And the neighbors are like, are y'all okay? Because we're getting water from the garden hose in the backyard so we can come in and flush the toilet because we was waiting for the plumber. And, well, he is a friend of my family. And so we scheduled some time with him to come over and help us with it. And we got it fixed and everything. And that was pretty cool to have friends, family that you can just call up and say, hey, can you come help us with this? Because I don't know, we spent a week and a half waiting for that to get fixed, and we're filling up whatever jugs, pots, and pans, and to bring water in the house using the garden hose. I thought that was pretty cool, but the neighbors thought we was crazy. So my husband's standing there telling them, no, no, this busted. We woke up and it was busted. And they're like, man, it must have got really cold because she always runs the water, because I'm always telling people, make sure you run your water. Think I'm catching a cold. I got the sniffles this morning. I'm going to drink me some coffee. So I made some earrings yesterday, and I'm thinking about making some bracelets today. This is kind of like my little coffee break, and I'm making me some bracelets today, and I'll post pictures of those when I make them. I'm still trying to learn how to take videos while I'm making the jewelry. I think I need to make me like a little stand and tilt my camera, my cell phone down, because my hands are always in the way and you can't see what I'm doing. So I'm like, just be creative and make me something. I've been looking around the house. I grew up between 3 states, and in one of the states it was always reduce, reuse, recycle. And that kind of stuck in my head when I was little. And I spent a lot of my lifetime, how can I reuse this? And, well, if I can reuse this, I'm the crazy lady who, even though I was making good money, I'm getting boxes, cardboard boxes, and I'll be at the grocery store. Hey, are you done with that box? Yeah, what are you gonna do with it? They're taking out like jalapeno cans or nacho cheese cans. We're just gonna throw it away. Can I have it? Yeah, you can have it. And then I put my music, I put my movies, and I slide that sucker under the bed. I mean, why go out and spend 20 something bucks for something to slide under your bed to put the movies in when you can just put it in a cardboard box, save you some money. More money for movies, more money for music. Anyways, and nobody's gonna see it. It's under your bed. Nobody's gonna know you got your movies and your music stuffed away in a cardboard box. And if somebody breaks in and they look under your bed, oh, it's just a cardboard box. Usually what do people keep in cardboard boxes? You know, clothes, blankets. They're not gonna think there's movies in there. So, anyways, that's what I was. That's what I would do. Reduce, reuse, recycle. So I reuse the cardboard box, and I reduce my shelf space because I put it under the bed. Yeah, and I saved me some money too. So I've been looking around the house. What can I use to make me a camera stand? And I'm like, well, we got some crafting dial rods that we got left over that I could use those, and I have a block of wood, nail it to a block of wood, and put a little thing on there, and I can lay my phone across the top of that and just hang down, just have to show where the camera is showing, and then put that over my hands while I'm making the jewelry. And then there you go. I can make jewelry videos and not spend a penny, because I got nails, I got a hammer, and I got those crafting dial rods that we're not using for anything else. I'll check with my husband though, because he likes making stuff too, so I'll make sure he's not using that. If not, I have some other little pieces of wood. I build my own reduce, reuse, recycle. I cut my hair, and I kind of regret it now because that polar vortex came in, and now I'm freezing because I don't got that long hair to pull around my neck. Yeah, it'll grow out though. I was having real bad headaches, and I cut my hair, and the headaches went away. So I'm gonna, I'm just gonna let it grow out the way it is. And I'm always wearing a hat because it's cold. So we're trying to save on the electric bill by not like having a ton of electric use. So we're doing the best we can to do that. And hearing dogs barking off in the background. I'm really enjoying this streak of sunlight coming through the window. Man, it feels so good. This is the first time in days that the sun has actually felt warm. Yeah, I was starting to think, we lived up north there for a long while, and I was starting to think that we had woke up back up north. You got to be strong to live in those northern countries. You got to be strong to live where it snows a lot. You know, I was telling my husband we live in a desert. It shouldn't be this cold. I told him we got to move further south. And he goes, how further south are you talking about? And I said, Australia. We gonna move to Australia. No, not really, though. We can't do that. That's a lot of money. But I am thinking about moving more southerly from here, hoping that, to get a warmer winter. I told my husband we ought to get us a Winnebago and go where and become snowbirds and go where it's warm in the wintertime and where it's cooler in the summertime. And there you go. Kind of would be fun though. But, you get tired of going place to place to place. I like having a home to come to. I busted my butt to pay for this house, and I've been here. Let me think. I've been here 22, no, 20 years. 2005 to 2010. That's 5 years. 2005 to 2015. That's 10 years. 2015 to, yeah, 20 years I've lived in this house. And it's been something else. If you can find you a little house that's not expensive, that needs like a fixer-upper, grab it. You know, it would be worth it to, like, oh, it needs a sink. Put in a sink, you know. Oh, it needs carpet. Well, is it like hardwood floor? It's like this one here. It's a little dirty where I dropped something. But hardwood floor. Hardwood floor. Don't need carpet for that. So, if you could get you something and fix it up in the long run, because good Lord, I've been looking at the rental prices around town. Oh my God, there's no way. My husband's the only one who is working right now. There is no way we could afford to rent somewhere. Good Lord. I pray for everybody I know that's renting, because I pray for everybody in town, because this cold weather is not the time to be homeless and living in a vehicle. And I pray for everybody that they bring that rent down, or they raise wages so that they can pay the rent better. But yeah, we just been hunkered down in my daughter's bedroom, trying to beat the cold. It was so warm in here. It felt so good. And then you go out to go in the kitchen to get this or get that, and oh boy, freezing your behind off. But when I give somebody advice, it's usually because I've lived through it. I've done it myself. It worked for me, and I'm like, well, maybe it'll work for you too. They said next week there's some more bad weather coming. Just pick you a room with a door, you know, and put your heater in there and just everybody pile up and stay warm that way. Because I know there's a lot of people in this world who are what I call, they have a heat deficit. You know, what is it they used to say? Um, mm, oh, they called it food insecure, heat insecure. There's a lot of people that are freezing their butts off every year in this country. And I pray for them too. I got to looking at the sunlight. It feels so good on my legs. My feet have been so cold the last couple of days. I told my husband this morning, look, I can feel my feet. They're getting warm again. I've had frostbite when I was young. So, once you get frostbitten in your feet and your hands and on your, like this, on your face, you pretty much suffer with it. It's not a here again, gone again. Frostbite is like a lifetime problem. You just gotta stay warm. So I'm just sitting here. I feel like I'm talking to myself. I've been on here I found a little timer up here at the top. See? It's up here at the top. It says 32:44. I'm like, cool. Time myself. So, this is my favorite scarf. My oldest daughter gave it to me a few years ago. Oh, I love this thing. And, uh, well, it's been nice talking to all of you. Um, Please share, comment, subscribe to my channel. Um, I hope you have fun watching my videos. I hope some of them make you laugh. My jewelry that I post is up for sale. I have an email in my bio if you want to email me to buy some of the jewelry. Um, but yeah, this is my second live stream, and actually it's not cutting in and out like it was. So maybe I'm in a better spot where I can connect better. I don't know. But y'all have a good day. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like my channel. Help me grow my channel. And y'all have a nice day. I'm trying to figure out how to... I can't figure out how to turn this off. Maybe I hit that. Okay, found it.